So really, I've checked out the repository again. I haven't worked on this for a long time, but I'm using Python version 3.8. Any 3-point version should do, really. So let's just run it, and everything still seems to work. Let's look at our example program real quick. So what we are saying is it should never get to there. Yes, so everything still works as we left it a long time ago. And the question was, how do we deal with indentation? Well, really, we're kind of already dealing with indentation, as that we are ignoring it, because there are two spaces of indentation here, and it shouldn't matter. It actually will matter if those were tabs, because what I think is that I am just ignoring spaces somewhere here. Basically, yes. So we could do something like yeah. Does Python allow me to do something like this? And or it's or and then a tab character. So now, oops, sorry, I haven't ported over my entire Vim config yet to this machine. So now basically what we're saying is like, okay, if the current character is a space or the current character is a tab, and we are not currently inside a string where we actually do want to make use of spaces and tabs if we want to, continue the loop, so ignore whatever you're doing. So this is basically our setup for ignoring spaces and tabs in our language, which I prefer, by the way. Obviously, if you're coming from a Python background, you might actually like the idea that indentation means something. I personally do not. Now, if you wanted to make it mean something, you could do different work here. Instead of ignoring here, you could indeed start implementing some checks to say that, hey, I am currently in this level of indentation, and do I want to throw an error if I'm too far or not in the correct level? Personally, I find it horrific, and it takes away from how I like to read code, which is in closed blocks, and Python is always just like in diagonal lines, and to me it's confusing. So if you really want to, I will make something that discusses that further. For now, I don't think I'm going to. However, for years now, I've been getting comments on a problem inside this code base. As you could see, it works for me. Oh, that's indeed because I've already renamed it here. So indeed, if this was called parser, let's see if we can replicate that problem real quick. And then we rename this to parser. This is what it originally was in the previous video. I did not actually rename it. Parser, yeah. And then we probably need to do some work over here, which is to from parser import parser. So I believe that kind of replicates our original setup. I haven't done everything yet. In the main function, we need to call the right class. So that's fine. I believe we have now replicated it. So when I run this actually works for me. Now for some people, and I think this happens mostly on Windows, or it's possibly to do something with versions of Python. It seems that the parser package is somehow referencing some built-in package. So indeed, the way you solve that, for everybody who followed along with the previous video, you basically just rename it to whatever you want. People have given various suggestions. I would say I just remove the R from it. That seems to have worked for most people. I think I once did that for somebody who emailed me that it didn't work, and they were on a Windows system, and indeed I was able to replicate it there. I think, have I done the work here? No. So we just need to remove that R, and then we can run it again. So no, because I didn't do everything yet. Here I also need to remove that R. So that's just the way that you fix that issue that a lot of you have had. Now what see, this is the thing about like working the whole day and then trying to still do more work, you know. Alright, so that's working again. I realized that a lot of people are really onto the Python train here, so I'm thinking of also continuing this particular series, since that seems to be mostly what people want. I have started another sort of similar version of this video series, but I'm using Go instead of Python. I kind of really became a fan of Go, and I use it at work now a lot. However, if we are to continue this code base, I need you to tell me what you want to see in it, because you know, I need to be motivated to implement features in this while I'm also working on another thing. So if you tell me what kind of features you would like to see in this code base, then let me know and I will start creating those. Thank you for watching.